Howdy, 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 everybody. Welcome to Reflect. I am your humble Game Master Maui, and this is my channel. Welcome. I'm so happy that you are here. Hey, Russell. It was fun hanging out with you earlier during the co working session. So today is going to be a little bit different. We're going to do a session zero live. So you're going to see all the opening minutia and the very important talk about safety. But then you're going to get to see us uh, craft these characters that are going to go on this journey. Unfortunately, due to some circumstances, Aquin is not able to be here. Sunil is here, but Sunil is off camera. While we are talking, I will find some sort of fun little visual representation to put up there for Sunil in the meantime. Um, but with that out of the way, let's introduce our people. Let's start with Sunil. Sunil, say hello.
Hey, I'm Sunil, amazing spider guy in chat. Uh, I'm here to Sparky Boom.
Sparky, Sparky, boom. I love it. Let's move our way over to Ben.
Hi, I'm Ben. So excited to be here for my second appearance on this channel. Uh, and yeah, I'm here to learn about playing this Last Airbender role playing system and get into it. I'm excited.
That's a good point. This is all of our first time playing this, myself included. I backed the Kickstarter. I have the fancy cover. I have never played this game. let's move. Let's move our way to John.
Sup, nerds. I'm John Crabtree. You may recognize me from our Dragon Riders campaign. I was also the dungeon master for season 1 of Tomb of Annihilation, also on this channel. You can check out the VODs on that.
Yes. And last but never least, Josh.
What's up, nerds, nerdettes, and all those in between? My name is Josh. This is my first time doing an actual play under the Great Maui, and I am very excited to ride the wind to this amazing new world we're about to create.
Yeah, for yourself from all your tethers and become wind, man.
Indeed,
Go
indeed.
full here, baby. Let's go. Okay, so let's so I have a handy dandy thing here. We're gonna start with what I believe is the most important thing to do in Assassin Zero. We're gonna quickly go over our lines and veils. This is not like my usual fare. I usually tend to go pretty dark here, but this is Avatar, and you can't go that dark in Avatar. Avatar should be fun and silly. So it's going to be fun and silly. That being said, I have consulted with everybody. Everybody has given me their lines and veils. So our veils are going to be horror, demon, score, romance, sex, what else? Homophobia, religion, real world religion, sexism, specific cultural issues, claustrophobia, paralysis, physical restraint, police and police aggression, pregnancy, abortions, miscarriages, things like that, starvation, terrorism, and thirst. Whereas our hard lines will be harm to animals, harm to children, explicit sex, sexual assault, domestic violence, cancer, gaslighting, genocide, self harm, and torture. I think all that's pretty straightforward. The only thing I want to make sure is if we talk about the air nomads at all, genocide is in their history. So I wanted to make sure with the table that discussing the past. I'm assuming this means active genocide, but I just wanted to double check with you all just so that I'm clear on that.
We good, homie?
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. Cool. All right, let's start let's start setting up our game. Now, this is a little bit different than what you do in a normal game of Avatar because I have come up with a scenario for you all to play in. So this is taking place in Korra's era. Specifically, this is taking place at the end of Korra's era. So this covers a period that takes place after the events of the ruins of the Empire comic trilogy, sometime after the end of Legend of Korra. Um, we're dealing with the repercussions of imperialism and play in a modernized era. I want to add on to that, and if you want to add on to this, this is where the collaboration is going to come into play to build the world that we're playing in. Television is a thing now in the world. They call my stupid name for them right now, and it is subject to change if anybody has a better name. Telemovers, since they called the movies movers. Telemovers is what we call television in this world. That has kind of jump started this new kind of age of information, right? Where we can. It started with radio, but it's really been realized with television. Anybody want to add anything in terms of like the era? This is like the end of Korra's era, so we're kind of hitting uncharted territory. For instance, the aesthetic, right? If Legend of Korra was very like 20s, 30s inspired, what is this era that we're in now? Some who knows what 60 years after the end of Legend of Korra.
I mean, if we're talking, the advent of television, for me that brings to mind, like late 50s, kind of around that era. But
What,
But yeah.
What does prohibition look like in the Avatar world?
Well, aesthetically, like that's kind of the era that they did in Legend
Yeah.
of Korra, right? We can definitely put in some prohibition themes in there, but in terms of like the visual aesthetic, it's kind of during that time period. If you wanted to draw a parallel,
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Korra is like kind of a mash of a couple things to come together, and I think that's because of the way that technology in that world evolves. It's like with the ability of benders and like what they can do combined with technology is kind of like how we got things the way that they were.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I got a feeling that in any conceivable universe of this world, there would be a prohibition era of something. Like in our world, it was the prohibition of alcohol, but in this one, it could maybe not be alcohol, but maybe like a certain type of bending or a certain trait of benders that could do a certain thing. But or hell, even firearms could be completely outlawed because I'm pretty sure we're heading up on that technology.
Definitely.
Okay. So outlawing firearms, question mark?
I mean-
Certain bending disciplines.
Purely like aesthetically, if we wanted to go more into like the late 50s 60s kind of vibe, like we could start going into that like vintage, like pastels, like kind of look a little bit.
Yeah, Flyer Maria in the chat suggested 60s counterculture, so that's like kind of right in line with what you're saying. So
Mhm.
let's put that. I like that.
Also, kind of in that era, you've got like the Rat Pack, that whole aesthetic.
Mhm.
So that could come into play there.
So
but
yeah,
then
if we're on the cusp of some sort of social upheaval, that
Mhm.
60s counterculture versus that 50s traditionalism could
Mhm.
be a very interesting thing to explore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be good. That's that sauce. That's that sauce. Okay. What else we got? We got space for 4 more things. We're talking about themes right now. What other themes we want to put in here? Maybe not just like the aesthetic themes, but the themes to the adventure that we would like to have.
So, there's something I can think of that I would have liked to have seen in Korra, but we didn't really ever get. Is just like how, like we see Republic City and how that area of the world had developed, but we didn't really see much of the rest of the world. So like, I don't know, just kind of seeing how like the Fire Nation has kind of been developing and how the Earth Nation has been developing in like different ways, but how they interact with each other, I think would be pretty cool. Kind of
Like
a
cultural
globalization sort of
evolution.
arc.
Yeah.
Okay, so how have, other places outside of Republic City slash Ba Sing Se developed? Because we saw like those 2 locations quite a bit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I like that. Yeah, okay, I can definitely toss some fun stuff in there. What else you got for me?
We laid heavily into the spirit, world with Legend of Korra, especially with the defeat of the defeat of Vatu, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think like to see how that certainly how, because I think it ended with a new spirit portal being opened. I would love to see how that has affected the rest of the world.
Yeah, because I think in your lore thing, you said that some people might still resent the Avatar for leaving that spirit gate open. So it could be cool to really see the ramifications of what's going on with that.
Mhm.
Okay. Now we're cooking with gas. Okay. And speaking of that, I should go over those 6 truths. I'll do that after we get through the themes, and I'll also read what I sent y'all in that 1 pager for our viewers. What else you got for me? So we got room for 2 more things, or if we think we have enough, we can move on.
I'm kind of thinking, a big theme in Korra is like the industrialization, and it sounds like we want to take that even further with things getting along further in like technological advancement. And I think just like, I don't know. I mean, we'd have to see how this fits in to the story, but just like dealing with like, you know, like labor stuff and like how workers are like treated and stuff in this industrial era, and just like what that kind of looks like and how this boom in technology is affecting like just how people live and work and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that, because that labor and workers' rights and the intersection of that between and corporate exploitation is very important in my vision of Avatar, kind of like going forward.
King forms a union.
This is the first story I wrote. This scenario years ago, before Avatar Legends had come out, and this is a prelude to a tale that takes place 10,000 years in the future, around the next harmonic convergence, and corporations are very important to it, and that starts in this story. So I think that is perfect.
Hell yeah.
Okay, what else you got for me?
I don't think we saw a lot of this is kind of more like towards the the world and the nations. This was a thing in both Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. I would love to see how now that the nation is all are kind of together. I would love to see how trade happens between different parts of the world and how bending can attribute to that, or how it helps support trade that happens throughout the world.
Piggybacking off of that, um, uh, this like time period in the real world was very much influenced by like the Cold War and like rising tensions between powerful world powers. And so maybe there could be some tensions that are brewing between the different regions, and that could affect how trade works, but also how like information is spread, and who's spying on who. So there might be that sort of element in there.
Do you have any thoughts as to what nations that tension would be between the four kingdoms?
Certainly between Earth Kingdom, I think, would be a major player in that, because with now the rise, I think between it's almost kind of an homage back to the Avatar: The Last Airbender. I would say between the biggest rivalry would be between the Earth Kingdom and the Fire Nation. Especially with the growing technology of the time, you now have metal bending, which is almost commonplace now, and fire bending with the creating lightning and electricity. Those two things are probably huge commodity, or not commodities, but big things that happen in this real world that contribute to everything that happens.
Could I actually offer a potential either third party or just a player in this?
I was literally about to do that as well. I'm curious to see what yours is.
So now, like about 80 years have gone by since Korra revived the air nomads, and I feel like reintroducing a whole new bender, like a whole new element into the world, it could go either positive or negative. And I could see, not that I could see like people trying to use that as a way to propagate like fear or unrest,
Mm-hmm.
and use like propaganda in that sense.
I was also thinking that like the air nomads might get like super paranoid.
That too.
And they've got this chip on their shoulder, and they've got to look out for themselves because nobody else is looking out for them.
Yeah.
Do you think there are like little air nomad like neighborhoods and stuff like that? I don't know.
Yeah. Because at
I
this point,
I think with the air nomads, I think another interesting thing we can explore is getting back to nature and like the old ways of how we used to do things as well, right? Versus the industrialization of the Earth Kingdom and the Fire Nation. I think is very industry versus like naturalism. I could think it'd be very interesting there.
Yeah, that could be another avenue of conflict.
Yeah. So, what were you saying, Sunil?
And yeah, just another thing that I was also thinking about is that at this point, would they even still be nomads with the way that the world has been growing and changing, and with their history, what happened before? Would they think that we should still keep moving around, or maybe it's better to stay in one place and protect each other?
Well, I will say this: at the point that we're at right now, Jinora is basically the Pope in this world. Like, right, Jinora is like the spiritual leader of the world, and that makes me think that the air nomads almost become like
The Vatican.
extensions of the church, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
that makes sense.
so that could be very interesting, and that ties into what you were saying, Josh, about how the third spirit portal, how it's affected the rest of the world. And in my document, I talk about that. Okay, so I think we have a lot of really good stuff there. That's very exciting. Anything else you want to say before I go into reading the pitch document that I sent you?
My only other thought is we were talking about like almost Cold War vibes as far as like tensions and spies and stuff like that. But I almost wonder if we take it further because I feel like with this level of industrialization, like some level of like arms race could actually happen. Some level of like building super weapons using bending and technology and stuff like that. I feel like it just makes sense that that would happen.
Mhm.
Yes, and I think that you're gonna find out about that. I think maybe a bit in this. And I would say keep your eye out for Cabbage Corp, and
Yeah.
that's a good segue into reading this pitch document. So the pitch: Avatar Fallen Idol. The Avatar is dead. It is up to you to save the new Avatar. After a rough start, Avatar Korra has ushered the world into an age of unprecedented peace. However, in the shadows, remnants of Korra's greatest enemies have joined forces to create the Order of the Black Lotus. After the Black Lotus successfully assassinates the aging Avatar, Janora, head of the Air Nomads, has identified the location of the new Avatar and has tasked Valar, your mentor, to deliver the child to the White Lotus in Omashu. Now, Omashu is just kind of what I put here. We don't have to stick to that. And what something that y'all said, how have other places outside of Republic City and Ba Sing Se developed? That to me says perhaps we shouldn't stay within the Earth Kingdom, and perhaps we should move out of the Earth Kingdom for our destination. So, where do you think we are trying to end up? We're going from Ba Sing Se to where?
I would say, just off the top of my head, I would say let's go home. Let's go to the Southern Water Tribe.
Oh, Southern Water Tribe. Okay. Now we're
That could
talking.
be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, let me write that down.
Definitely makes it even more of a journey
Mhm.
to get there.
Okay, got that. The other thing that I'll read is my 6 truths of this world. This is something I got from Mike Shea, the Lazy GM. Check out his Return of the Lazy Dungeon Master book. It is excellent to teach you how to prep effectively and efficiently. So, our 6 truths are 1, there are still people who resent the Avatar for keeping the spirit portals open. 2, Janora has become the spiritual leader of the world. 3, Cabbage Corp has become the largest corporation in the world, surpassing future industries. 4, the Kyoshi Warriors now operate all over the world. 5, telemovers have become the most prevalent way to spread information and entertainment. And 6, you all attend Republic City sponsored international school in Ba Sing Se under the tutelage of Valar, a waterbender trained by Katara. So those are our 6 truths. I'm thinking that you're being trained under the tutelage of Valar at this school because of some sort of connection to the White Lotus. Not that you are members of the White Lotus yet, but perhaps you're being trained to become members of the White Lotus. Is my thought there. but I'm open to other suggestions. This is a very collaborative storytelling game, and so I don't want to like completely box you into these things. So I'm going to ask you for feedback on these so I can adjust levers as needed.
I think it makes sense for like definitely for that to like be the intention of our the mentor to lead us in that direction. Whether or not our characters decide to go in that direction, I think is potentially a different question. But I think it makes sense for that to be their motivation.
Okay, okay. Anybody else? Or is that a pretty good representation of the group?
Yeah.
I would probably just say, maybe we wouldn't be aware of the whole White Lotus bit. Like for us, we're just in this, like oversimplified way of saying exchange program. But little do we know that um, our mentor is like one of the members of the White Lotus and
Right.
sees potential in us.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. Okay. I like that little extra bit there. Love that. Okay, so that's everything from my one pager. We know what our focus is, to protect the baby avatar. And I have the rest of
Baby
this
tar, if you
figured
will.
out. The last thing
Baby
we'll
tar.
go over before we go into your character creation. Let's list, each of you list me an ally and an enemy.
That will just appear. That could just like appear sometime in this campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. I thought this could be a fun little thing because, like, in my mind, this is a television show that's been happening. You all have had adventures. This is kind of like a one shot that's like focusing on a season finale kind of thing, right? So, who are
Okay.
some of the regular players in this TV show?
Can I propose a faction that has yet to decide if they're allies or enemies?
Sure. What do you got?
Who will potentially have to win over to our side, or else come up against. I think that the Foggy Swamp Water Tribe have been neutral players in this conflict, and that if we should we encounter them, then they're gonna have to choose a side.
Oh, okay. I like that. That was a John suggestion. Okay. All right. Who else has something for me?
I got a potential enemy,
Okay.
or a potential threat. Wan Shi Tong himself,
Ooh.
with the growing technology that's been happening in the world, he is maybe getting greedy and getting kind of hungry for all that knowledge that he'll go to any lengths to try and get it. There he is.
Also,
Our Owly boy.
I think I was thinking Wang Shitong, but the opposite reason. More like Wang Shitong is even more resentful of the Avatar now for leaving the spirit portal open, which now provides a way to access his library that wasn't there before.
Also very valid.
Like he's trying to isolate himself, and he's having more and more difficulty doing that. So he might go on the offensive.
Hell yeah. I love that. Okay. Great. This is great stuff. All right. That was John. That was Josh. Ben, Sunil, you got anything?
Yeah, I've got an idea. I'm thinking like one maybe ally faction could be if we are going to explore some like workers versus corporate kind of stuff. There could be like a faction of people who are starting to have the idea of like building unions and standing up for workers and stuff like that. That could be really cool.
People's Union, I love it.
Yeah, People's Union people. I think that's a great
Oh, yeah.
faction.
Mhm.
A more enemy faction that I was just thinking about is, history. We're always dealing with cycles and stuff like that, and I feel like we had Amon already, but I feel like there could be a resurgence of some like non-benders who are like feeling like they're second class citizens, feeling like they're, resentful of benders. There could be a resurgence of that kind of sentiment.
So there is someone like that, but they don't have a name yet. Would you like to name this figure now?
Ooh.
And I can and I can tell you that this person has a lot of like cybernetic like prosthetics, like early cybernetic prosthetics.
Ooh.
All right, now I
Yeah.
want to name Sparky Boom Man.
Yeah, right. Because like, yeah, Sparky Boom had the metal hand, right? Yeah.
Yep. I'll need to
And
think about
and
that.
I think you see, and I think you would see this person, and any of you, and you come up with a name, let me know. But this is a person that you see on television a lot, and they are very outspoken against benders. This would be like the equivalent of like a pundit of like a, I hate to invoke this name, but like a Tucker Carlson that you would see, like something like that.
Ooh, I like Sadie's suggestion.
Dr. Septimus. Ooh, that's evocative. Yeah. Yes. And by the way, chat, you're hanging out with us. You're part of this. You want to throw
Yeah.
some stuff in here? Come on. We're making a stew, baby. Let's
Yeah.
go. Okay.
Community cooking.
Yeah, community cooking. Let everyone cook. The People's Union.
Yeah.
Let the people cook.
Mm-hmm.
Let the people cook.
So this is a person that's an advocate for advancement through cybernetics.
Yeah, kind of a early transhumanist, maybe. you know?
Yes, that is exact. You just stumbled on exactly the thing. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So- So I have an idea for like an enemy. Can't think of an ally yet, but again we were talking about there being growing resentment towards the Avatar. I could see like there being a group, and maybe this might be what the Black Lotus is, but like a group that's dedicated to freeing Vaatu again.
I'm gonna say we're not touching Vaatu right now for very specific reasons. I don't want to reveal all of my secrets. There's a particular secret there that you just stumbled upon that I don't want to uncover. So let's stay away from Vaatu related characters.
Okay.
You'll understand why in the first session. That's all I'll say.
So for a possible name for our transhumanist character, the Chinese word for progress is Jinbu, which I've put in chat.
Yes, thank you, Lobster.
Yeah.
So Dr. Jinbu Septimus.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's pretty cool.
That sounds pretty cool.
That sounds very cool. That's
Yeah.
that dude's definitely not on the up and up.
That sounds like,
Yeah,
sounds
that
like
dude's-
someone I would hate.
yeah. There's something going on with that guy. All right, so we got that. That's one. So we have Foggy Swampwater Tribe is an undecided faction. We have Wan Shi Tong, we have the People's Union, and we have Dr. Jinbu Septimus.
Hell yeah.
And I'm also gonna since Aquin is not here, I will be speaking to Aquin with a one-on-one and getting some extra spices to toss into this stew from them. So that's 4 thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do one more. Let's do one more. Sunil. I shot down your thing. You got something else for me?
Not at the moment. I'm thinking.
Okay, keep cooking. Keep cooking. I want to make sure we get you some stuff in here.
Yep.
All right, let's go back around here. John, let's go to you again. You got an ally for me?
Let's see. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, thank you. I feel like. Oop,
I'm okay.
I feel like I
That
want there
was-
to be some like Fire Nation good guys in here. So but I don't have a firm grasp on like what their whole deal is.
There could maybe be like a Fire Nation faction that is just really about like deconstructing imperialism and like finding different, I don't know.
Well,
Like-
weren't we talking potentially about like Sun Warrior stuff before we got on stream?
That was exactly
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
a purist
Yeah.
group, a purist group of firebenders that still do the whole Sun Warrior shtick.
Yeah.
Okay,
That would
Yeah.
be dope.
cool.
Okay, got it. Sun Warrior Purist Movement.
Yeah. One little idea I was just thinking is like, there are people who maybe still resent the Avatar for the portals, but like there could be a faction that's just like the Avatar like appreciators. People who just like are really like, yeah, we love the Avatar.
Unification, man.
Avatar fanboys.
Yeah.
Let's tear down the borders, unite the world.
Led by the like grandson of foaming at the mouth guy.
Exactly.
Okay, so what about some specific people that you might know? Like, let's try and like get some like I can make an Avatar fanboy from right. Like, I can extrapolate from that, right? Same thing with Foggy Swamp Water Tribe, right? I can put a Foggy Swamp person that's at this international school, so that we have our touchstones to these larger things that are happening. But give me some more like specific people.
I love the idea of these splinter cells of not benders, but just healers that are in different parts of the world, and they all operate out of tea shops. And they're always a hub for information, and they always are always ready with, healing teas or salves, and they all have like they're not like attributed to the White Lotus, but definitely hold a high honor of Iroh.
Once you started saying that, I was like, this has to be related to Iroh somehow.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
That's awesome. Related to Iroh. Okay.
I think there needs to be in the realm of like, this is sort of like a Cold War era, like there needs to be like some kind of the spy, he's like the spy's spy, who maybe like and like maybe he's been in the game so long and he's played so many different roles that he doesn't even know who he's spying for anymore.
Okay.
I'll kind of make him like a little like mad that he's, he keeps like switching back into like different roles that he's played throughout his years.
Maybe, yeah. But also he's been like, am I a double agent? Am I a triple agent? Like, whose side is this guy really on?
He's like a wild
I
card.
like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I think piggybacking off of that, I was just thinking, if there's these spy games, then there's got to be like a spy master, the person who's in charge of, so like definitely for like the Earth Kingdom and the Fire Nation, they would both have at least one like spy master who's the head of, surveillance and stuff for their government.
Mm-hmm.
This makes me think of like what like a modern day Dai Li would look like.
Yeah,
For
for sure.
And they send out their information like through the tea shops and stuff that
Yeah.
So I put a quadruple agent and/or coded Dai Li spy.
Yes.
that's amazing.
Yes.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
And/or coded. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've been
sounds
doing
like
this since
their
I was
film.
10 years old. Like, just like in it. Oh, you could have an aging mover actor who's resentful of telemovers. Yeah.
Yes. Amazing.
Owen!
Oh my god.
Telemovers killed the mover star.
Oh god, an old Bowen.
It's-
Old Bolin who's just
it's
resentful
just
of the
Bolin.
movers.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Jeff Bowen.
He leans hard into radio now. He's the only one.
Amazing.
While
Okay.
like the telemovers is moving up.
Actor.
Hell yeah.
Who
That's great.
is resentful.
Gonna have the world's first podcaster.
Got it. Okay, I think that gives me a lot to play with there. Anything else before we move on to your character creation?
There's a crooner character somewhere.
Yeah. Gotta be a crooner
You
character.
know I love crooning.
Gotta be
Yeah.
like really
Um,
charismatic.
we need
Yeah, he's
at
know.
least one very personal like enemy for specifically our group, which is just a really mean teacher at this academy.
Teacher at the academy. What is their name?
Viren.
What's the name of the principal in Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Rooney.
Yeah, Rooney. That's my
Ooh.
pick.
but pronounced Rooney.
Yeah,
Rooney.
I like Julie. My Rudy.
Rooney.
R-U-N-I, Mr. Rooney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jinx, Audrey wrote that exact same time as I said it.
Do the
I
thing.
love
Yeah, that's perfect.
Do the thing. Attention.
Mean Teacher at the Academy, Mr. Rooney. Okay, I like
Hell
it.
yeah.
All right, are we ready to make some characters?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
Who would like to go first in terms of talking about their potential concepts? This is where I get to shut up and listen to y'all cook.
So I kind of got like kind of far with mine.
Yeah, I feel like Sunil's has the most fleshed out.
Yeah. You can start.
I mean, it might change now because we came up with a lot of stuff, and I don't know if it'll all fit. But my character's name will be Vinesh Nadiv. He'll be a firebender. Um, he he's coming from the purest Sun Warriors faction. Um, he's I don't really have much beyond that now because my original thing was like the Sun Warriors in my head were like isolationists, and he'll be coming out into the world to like understand it more and bring back to them like the stuff that he's seen. But um, I don't think that's going to be the direction anymore.
Well, I mean, if this purist movement is new, you could be one of the first people going out into the world. Like that could be why you're attending this international school.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, I think it's still. I think that concept definitely still fits.
Yeah, yeah.
What is your what's your playbook?
My playbook will be the adamant.
The adamant. So for our people that are listening, let me pull out a Russell. Let me pull out my book here. Excuse me while I whip this out. 167. That's a very old joke from a very
love
old movie.
Love it.
It does not hold up these days. So, I still think it's hilarious, but I think a lot of people are like, yeah.
Still hilarious.
So this is the adamant. The adamant will fix the world, even if it means breaking all the rules. Play the adamant if you want to contend with what doing right means in a complicated world. Pragmatic, fervent, dangerous, self-sacrificing, the adamant is deeply committed to a cause, to the point that they may break all the rules to achieve their end. Sometimes they might even go a bit too far in their drive. They have no hesitation to push and push and push when it comes to the causes they think are just. That's why the adamant needs a lodestar, the one person they listen to who can rein them in, let them know that maybe they should cool it and hold off a bit. The adamant can sometimes be dismissive of others, especially if those others stand in the way of the adamant's goals. But they are also aware of their tendency to go too far and to make sure they listen to the right voices telling them to hold back. The distinction between heroism and villainy can be a fine line for the adamant, with their focus on results over means. They want to stay on the right side of that line, and they need their friends to find the right path forward. I love that. I think that's perfect for what you were describing.
Yeah.
You have your starting stats already. I know you did all this on Demiplane. You don't have
Yeah.
to use the Google Character Keeper if you don't want to. You have everything already kind of figured out for your character?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the
Cool.
stats, I have I got these stats through going through the whole character creator, like following the rules. It ended up with +0 creativity, +1 focus, -1 harmony, and +3 passion.
+1 passion to start. Oh, you probably already
Yeah.
added some other stuff
Yeah,
in
there's
there. I'm sure.
stuff that then like
Okay.
I get add-ons for other things like my playbook and techniques and so on and so forth.
What demeanor did you go with?
Let me see. Let me just go to the. I'm in like the wrong part of this builder right now.
Your
Um,
choices were above it all, perfectionist, chilly, rebellious, flippant, or standoffish.
uh, this is for the demeanor. Okay, I picked perfectionist and standoffish.
Okay. Let's talk your history a little bit. What
Okay.
experience of being deceived or manipulated convinced you to steel yourself against being swayed by other people?
Ooh. Um.
Somebody's got a something popping off there. If they want to
Yeah,
silence their
that's
notification.
mine. I'm sorry about that.
No, no worries. If you guys could put it on vibrate, that'd be
Yep.
great.
Okay. What experience? I'm gonna say that my folks got swindled.
Oh, okay, okay.
Um,
But like a flim flam man.
uh, yeah. I'm trying to think of how. Um, and what did they lose? I'm trying to think of like what's appropriate for the time.
Audrey
Oh,
three in
you
the
know what?
chat
I got it.
gave you a couple suggestions. Yeah. Oh, if you got it, go for it.
Um, my dad. My dad worked a blue collar job. I'll come up with one in a bit. And I think that like while he was working the job, he was working in a factory, and as he did so, he uh, he was injured on the job and lost the use of his right arm. Um, and as a result, he ended up getting fired and is no longer able to like support the family.
Ooh, okay.
So it's just sort of a and this was like a you know like a factory where like most of the people there they're doing this to like you know provide for their whole family and such, and they they just basically use this as an excuse to like cut some people out.
Yeah. You know what? What about a lightning factory? Because we were
Yes.
talking about that earlier. Okay. Okay. And you said your father is missing a limb now because of this?
Yeah. No, he
Okay.
doesn't. He more like he's maimed. He can't use his right arm anymore. It's he just kind of
Is somebody taking notes of this by any chance?
I'm typing. Well, I'm typing this into
Okay.
Nexus for me.
Perfect. Good. 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 Because you sent me that link.
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure that I have this so that I can.
Mhm.
I have some ideas of how to connect this. I see some connection here, potentially with the what do we call them? Uh, Dr. Septimus. I think there's going to be some interesting connections there.
So
Okay.
basically, like the accident in the lightning factory just kind of fried the nerves in his arm. So he has the arm, but he basically doesn't have like it's basically paralyzed.
Do you think that that damaged his connection to his bending?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Who was your first lodestar and why were they an exception and why aren't they your lodestar anymore?
Uh, best friend used to be the kid of the factory owner,
Okay.
and once the accident happened, they're like, "Well, that happens. It's just too bad. You're,
Sided with his dad.
yeah, exactly."
Who earned your grudging respect by teaching you pragmatism?
Hmm. I'm gonna say our mentor, Valor, right? Valor.
Okay.
Nice.
Like that. What heirloom or piece of craftsmanship do you carry to remind you to stay true to yourself?
It was a wristband that was woven together by my dad before his accident.
Okay. And lastly, why are you committed to this group or purpose?
Because of like the accident my dad had, he was basically awoken to the way that people in power will just use people without.
Yeah.
And I can't stand for that.
Okay.
People
Yeah.
will like anyone in power who will put other people in danger for their own benefits, for their own ends. I refuse to stand for that.
Okay. And then we'll do your connections once everybody has their characters figured out.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's Sunil's. All right. So Neil had his pretty much loaded and ready to go, but for the rest of you, discuss.
So I was tossing around the idea of an airbender named Zhao Li. And he was based in the Earth Kingdom. He is a long descendant of Professor Zay, who, as we know, got swallowed up by Wan Shitan's library, and Zhao now lived and operated out of a library and he had done that for all of his life. He had followed monastic principles and a pursuit of knowledge, much like a monk is to do. And then one day he got airbending all of a sudden, and he realized that could be a great, boon, especially because he didn't really think of airbending as like, oh my gosh, I have these awesome like air powers now. He was more thinking, oh, I have a better means of transporting myself around my huge library to get books on higher shelves now. So he thought it more of as like just a kind of like a means to an end. But he now he still is in a pursuit of knowledge to just learn about the past and make it better for the future.
Ooh, okay. Does that inspire either Ben or John on their characters? Like, what are we thinking? Let's start stewing here.
Well, what kind of playbook were you thinking for this dude?
So I think it was a toss up between I would say a toss up between the prodigy or the successor.
Mm-hmm.
I was leaning sort of towards the successor because he had inherited his ancestors' knowledge that had been collected, because obviously if he's a descendant of the family line of Professor Zay, maybe not a direct descendant of Professor Zay, but maybe of his family, he inherited all the knowledge that he had collected from all those hundreds or whatever years ago, and he slowly built up his he slowly built up his library to this vast collection of knowledge, and he has it in his mind that he has to keep on learning and acquiring knowledge so that he can become that he can know as much as he possibly can, because I've got a feeling that in this world, Professor Zay is looked on as the guy who sought knowledge too much, and it ended in his demise.
Mhm.
So he's trying to, I guess what Zhao it wants to do is to show that you can keep pursuing knowledge and not have it be your demise, essentially.
I like that. I was kind of thinking for my playbook of going for the prodigy. Because what I'm kind of thinking about is someone who a non-bender who grew up in the Earth Kingdom, who really wants to be a Kyoshi warrior. And I think like the prodigy would be really fun for that, of just they are hardcore in their training and learning how to fight, and like they fight with those like cool metal fan blades and stuff. And I'm kind of thinking their whole vibe is like basically like if the National Guard helped save your family from like a natural disaster, and then ever since you wanted to join the National Guard, it's kind of that vibe of like my family was saved by Kyoshi warriors once in some sort of incident, and ever since I've been like, that is the height of what a person can be.
Cool.
Hell yeah, that's dope.
Cool. I think for my character, I was really attracted to the Guardian playbook.
Nice.
And so with the Guardian, they get a ward. So somebody who they are like their whole like tunnel vision is just protecting this person. And so I think who it would make most sense. I think that and this depends on the character that Aquin brings to the table, because I might switch.
Could be subject to change.
Yeah, but I think of the options available, I think that my character would be looking after Van, and
Oh, be my lodestar.
yeah.
Oh, I love that.
I like that.
So I'm your lodestar and you're my ward.
Oh, that's very cunty.
I
I
like
love
that.
it. Okay.
So my character's an earthbender, and her name is Shihua. I'll put that in chat.
So we have an earthbender, we have an airbender, we have a firebender, and we have a non-bender martial arts prodigy, right? So far?
Mhm.
Okay. I like the spread.
And we're all starting out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shihua. Love that. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let me see whose playbook comes up first. Was somebody the Guardian, right? So 175. Yep. Okay. So let's go to that one. That's the first one that comes up in the order. So happy I finally get to use this book. Okay. So the Guardian defends someone close to them, steadfast and watchful. Play the Guardian if you want to be the first to see danger coming in the last line of defense. Tough, cynical, protective, devoted. The Guardian is a protector of one other person, their ward, utterly determined to keep them safe and sound against all threats and dangers. Whether or not that person wants protection is not always important in the Guardian, to the Guardian as it should be. I liked that like little extra bit there.
I do too.
The Guardian knows how dangerous the world can be and is determined to keep someone else safe from that danger. It's an altruistic impulse and a selfish one at the same time. They want to help someone, protect them, but that desire comes from finding no one else trustworthy except the Guardian. Okay, so your starting stats should be, it should already be in the thing here. Creativity -1, focus +1, harmony 0, passion +1.
Yep.
What demeanors do you want to do? You have harsh, serious, polite, quiet, suspicious, or cautious?
Definitely suspicious. And what were the other ones?
Harsh, serious, polite, quiet, and cautious.
I think suspicious and harsh.
Okay. All right. Got some history questions for you. What pushed you to assume responsibility for the people that you care about?
So I think it would make sense that Van and I met at the school, and I think that thanks. I think that I think being a guardian is just sort of like baked into her DNA, and I think that her go-to ward before coming to the school was her little brother. And I think that Van reminds her of her little brother.
I think that segues into this next question quite well. Whom have you protected for so long, but maybe doesn't need you anymore?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that would be her brother. And I think I'm trying to decide if I want to go like tragic backstory, like the brother is dead, or like the brother is just like there was like a falling out and he's just off doing his own thing.
Well, if the brother's off doing his own thing, that always gives them a chance to engage in the story.
True. Yeah. So we'll do that.
For me, selfishly, I'm like, ooh, give me another NPC, please.
Yeah. So she's got a brother, and they had a falling out. I think he grew super resentful of being helicoptered, and needed to strike out on his own.
Okay. Who used to be in your circle of trust before they betrayed you?
Ooh. Interesting.
In the Guardian playbook, and the Keeper is for you to mark up as you see fit, by the way.
Got it. Let me pull it up. Guardian. Here we are. Cool.
While he's catching up on that, I want to remind everybody that every Monday you can catch me on the Worm Riders saga, the one coming up. We took this week off, so we'll be coming back on Monday, and it's going to be a doozy. I'm very excited for it. I also want to let you know that starting in June, Blood on the Clock Tower is coming to Reflect. Very excited about that. Flya Maria in the chat is our Blood on the Clock Tower master, and she is finally ready to unleash her masterpiece on all of you.
Hell
He
yeah.
rocks.
Cool. All right, so I think it was my instinct says it was someone at the school, and I'm trying to think like what they could have done that was a betrayal. And if anyone has any anything they want to throw into the pot, feel free. But okay, so maybe there was like some sort of like Mean Girl incident of like Shihua really like entrusted a secret to somebody, and then that trust was betrayed, and like that secret got became public knowledge, but also like twisted to make it look like it was worse than it was, or something like that.
Okay. How can we make Regina George's name fit into the Avatar universe?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, Gina.
Yes, Gina. Yeah, I love it. What tattered garment or adornment reminds you of those you protect or failed to protect?
Ooh. Whoa.
Doggy sounds are so cute.
I think
Regina.
yeah.
Yes, Flyer.
We got it. We got there. We did it. Regina.
I love it.
That's really good. Okay. Perfect. Tattered garment or adornment. I think she's I don't even know.
You can think about it if you don't have it right.
Yeah, I'll come back to that one.
And then your last one, why are you committed to this group or purpose?
I mean, Van is committed to this group and purpose, and I'm here to make sure that that Van is safe.
Okay. And for the rest of your character sheet, if you look in Protector's Burden, it shows you to put your ward name there and shows you those moves there. And then you have 2 moves to start, so you can choose 2 moves from the moves list. So feel free to go through that while I move to the next person. And then we'll do your connections questions once we have everybody done.
John, just real quick, your character's name is Shihua?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, Shihua.
Shihua. Got it.
What's the next one in the list? No one's the hammer. No one's the icon. I'm the icon.
That was iconic.
No one's the idealist. Pillar, no. The prodigy. Who's the prodigy? All right, Ben. Prodigy not only excels at their training, but has taken it even beyond their master's teaching. Play the prodigy if you want to stretch the limits of your training and abilities. Arrogant, extraordinary, stubborn, masterful. The prodigy is more than just capable or skilled. They are truly extraordinary, and their skill set blows others, even with equivalent age or training, out of the water. They can do things that some believe are straight up impossible, and what's more, they know it. Prodigy excels at their skills and trainings to an extent that likely drove any number of their teachers or peers to hate them. The Prodigy has at least one teacher who genuinely helped them find the full extent of what they could do, but they have had to become tough developing their abilities. They know how capable they are and they know what they can do. They have grown tired of being told what they can or can't do. They find it tough to form a connection with others, especially when no one else can keep up with them. Your starting stats should already be there. That's a creativity -1, focus +2, harmony and passion should be set at 0. Demeanor options: curious, proud, defensive, resolute, direct, or stubborn. Pick 2.
Feel like I'm definitely stubborn.
Okay.
And I think I'm pretty proud. I think I'm proud and stubborn.
Proud and stubborn. Okay. You can mark those in your Prodigy tab in the Keeper Google Sheet. Your history questions are as follows. When did you first accomplish something your teachers thought would be impossible for you?
I mean, first thing that comes to mind is just when I was able to take down someone who's like twice my size.
Okay. Who gave you the lessons and support you needed to discover your incredible abilities?
I mean, probably Valar, right?
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Who cares for you? I'm very curious, as I've had this for a long time and I've never played it, but I believe this is built and powered by the Apocalypse, and I've played other PBTA games, and I really like them. So I think I'm going to like it, but we shall see. But thank you for that retrofit. Where was I? Who cares for you greatly but doesn't understand your talent?
I'm thinking maybe like my grandma doesn't really like that I have chosen such a like dangerous and potentially violent path.
Okay. I don't understand why you always have to go fighting people.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. You should make tea like your granny. All right. We can cook with that. What strange talisman or detail of your clothing plays a role in your talents?
I think as like part of my backstory and like getting saved by a Kyoshi warrior at one point when I was like a kid, I think they maybe left behind one of their like little tassels that's on either side of their face.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I keep that, and I think I've maybe like sewn it into my sleeve, and I've started using it as like a technique where I just throw the tassel in like your face as a distraction and stuff like that.
Okay. And then lastly, why are you committed to this group or purpose?
because I want to be a Kyoshi warrior. I just think that it is the height of responsibility and the best thing that you can be, and I want to be the best at it and protecting people like I was protected.
All right. We will do your connections once we have everybody else's things. While I'm working with Josh on his, why don't you choose your moves and anything else that tells you to fill out on that. So under extraordinary skill, there'll be 2 areas in which your mastery is particularly impressive that you can pick. It'll just kind of take you through there. Oh, hey LJ. LJ said my eyebrow game is legendary. Oh, thank you. I have a habit of arching my eyebrows when I'm like deep in thought. Thank you. You're gonna make me blush. Josh.
Yes, sir.
You may call me the eyebrow. No. You are the successor.
Mhm.
The successor comes from a powerful tarnished lineage. Play the successor if you want to struggle against your lineage as it threatens to draw you in. Prestigious, redemptive, pigeonholed, rebellious, the successor comes from a powerful family, group, order, or lineage. They're the inheritor of real power in one way or another, and everyone in the group believes the successor belongs to it. But the lineage of the successor is mired in corruption or tragedy or dark rumors. It is not an unequivocally noble inheritance. It's characterized by a tradition of destructive or cruel decisions and practices. The successor is a bit like the icon. This identity has been foisted upon them, but unlike the icon, this isn't some specific honored role that the successor faces. It has the weight of an entire legacy with its own enemies, allies, responsibilities, and benefits. What's more, nearly every NPC knows of the lineage because the lineage holds power over or changed the scope in a significant way. If the scope of the game is in the Northern Water Tribe, then the lineage is one of the most important families in the entire Northern Water Tribe, a name known to every waterbender and ice fisher alike. Getting out from under that name, its weight, and its born assumptions is quite the challenge for the successor. Your starting stats are as follows: +1 creativity, +1 focus, -1 harmony, and 0 passion. That's already on your successor sheet there.
Okay.
Your demeanor options, pick 2: perky, intense, by the book, casual, arrogant, and oblivious.
We're gonna go with intense and by the book.
Okay. Who is the current head of your lineage, and how do you love and frustrate each other?
So the current head of the lineage, coming down from the lineage of Professor Zay, this would be my Zhao's great grandfather, who is very much a bookworm, like Zhao himself. And there is a love for Zhao, like really admires his great grandfather because of the knowledge that he has imparted and brought down through the ages, and has learned so much from him, and how to keep proper records, and has learned things that no one has probably ever in the world learned before. And on the opposite end of that is his great grandfather, like really tries to drill into him that you have to maintain it really drills into him like you really have to maintain this lifestyle, I guess, or make sure that I don't make any mistakes and like record anything incorrectly. And if I do, I would have to like start over again from the beginning. So if I were like recording documents and I got through like 99 pages, if I make one mistake, he would be like, start again from page 1. And so that's kind of where the love-hate relationship comes in. But but yeah, so it would be his great grandfather, who is more of a father to him than his own father.
Okay, okay. Maybe he's like the head librarian of like the library of Ba Sing Se or something like that.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I love that. Okay. And you can type this into your history section toward the bottom of your playbook, so you can
Okay.
keep notes on this. That also helped me out so that I can reference this as I prep. What close member of your lineage wants to revolutionize it?
So that would probably be his grandfather. So his great grandfather's son would want to try and revolutionize the way information is distributed.
Okay, okay. What do you carry that reminds you of the place most associated with your lineage?
So there is it's like a scroll case. Like very antiquated looking, probably from like around the time of Aang, or maybe even a little bit after, but it's a very old looking scroll case that he just it's like a family memento that he just always keeps on his person.
Okay. On what part of your lineage's identity is most important and valuable to you as a person?
Oh, let's see. What part of my lineage's identity is most important? I guess it's pretty simple. It's the pursuit of knowledge, because knowledge is something that everybody should have, and I believe that knowledge makes one, a better person, or it could make them a worse person. But knowledge is always meant to be sought out, and that's always been important and valuable to Zhao throughout his lifetime.
Okay. And lastly, why are you committed to this group or purpose?
For the same reason, knowledge is power. And if there's any way that Zhao can help pass down the teachings of the past and teachings of the past to the new avatar, and to use what he knows to help this group, then he thinks he could be very valuable to this group in that way, by just sharing what knowledge he has learned throughout the ages passed down from his ancestors.
Okay. There are other things on there that you can fill out on your character sheet. You'll see you have tainted past. You can select which of those things, and then your lineage resources as well. And then you can choose 2 moves to start.
Okay.
Let's do some connections now. Connections is kind of like Mad Libs. You just kind of insert the name, but I would say y'all should talk about it before you just foist that connection upon somebody. Make sure that they're cool with it, and maybe talk about what this connection means to the 2 of you. Each of you have 2 connection statements. So who would like to do a connection statement first? And after we do that, we're going to take a break, and then maybe we'll do just like a quick little prelude role play just to ease into these characters a little bit.
Cool.
I mean, my connections are pretty straightforward. Vanesh is my ward. They need me to have their back. End of story. And then, Ben, what was your character's name?
You're muted, bud.
I was just saying I haven't fully decided yet. Names are so hard.
No worries. But I'm gonna say that Ben's character looks like they're more than capable without my help. I'm glad some of us can take care of ourselves.
What's with the strays? Jesus.
Yeah. LJ said it like when I said you have zero passion. Zero passion. Geez, read them for filth, Maui. All right. Who else wants to do their connections?
I got so Zhao. I think he's got a sister who does share in his love of books, but she's the one that has major concerns and fears with the lineage mainly because of our parents. They've been kind of trying to sway her away from the lineage or any association with the lineage.
Okay. Just want to check one thing real quick on that. No. 7. Just want to make sure that you can pick an NPC for the connections.
Oh, okay.
I just want to make sure on that. So give me 1 second. This is, like I said, our first time playing this, so we're all kind of jumping into the abyss together.
Sure.
Well, thank you for your patience, everybody.
Can everyone who does have a name for your character say it again? We've got Zhao. We've got
Shihua.
Shihua.
And Vinesh Nadiv.
Cool. I think one of my connections is I'm not sure if the overtures of friendship from blank makes me happy, mad, or both. And I think that might be you said Vinesh.
Yeah.
I think that
Van
might be
Van for short.
Yeah, you can just call me Van.
So, quick little bit of Sunil lore. All Sunil's TTRPG characters are named Van.
Nice.
Almost all. I have broken you of that habit once, I think.
Yes, you have. Twice, actually, I think. 3 times, actually.
Okay, connections. Connections tell you how your PCs are connected to the other people. So
it is PCs that I have to.
Yeah, so it's PCs.
Okay.
Where are the connection statements?
There are 2 connection statements on your playbook in the. I know you're on the other thing, but if you look on the Google sheet, for you are. What was your role again?
I see it. Yeah.
Oh, you see it? Okay. Yeah. So there's 2 statements there, and you can change the insert name to whatever you want it to be. So this is for bringing the cast together. So this is where we're filling each other in on what our connections are. Yes, I used Monster of the Week that was PBTA, and we've played a couple Thirsty Sword lesbian sessions as well. So I like it. It's pretty simple. Like once you kind of get into it, it's pretty easy. So.
Okay. Okay, so in that case, I would say I've got to pick 2. I would say Vinesh has got major concerns or fears with grievances with my lineage and with me by proxy. And I guess I would say how do you pronounce it? Shihua?
Uh-huh.
Shihua, free of their past in a way. I wish I could let go of mine.
Oh. Hearing them talk about the future feels amazing. Very cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah. I think for me, I'm not sure if the overtures of friendship from Van make me happy, mad, or both. And then I think maybe Zhao could use some training from someone who knows what they're doing. I suppose I'm up to the task.
I like that. Make sure you guys are filling this out though in the sheet. I don't see anybody filling it out. I see one person's filling it out, but make sure the other two of you are filling it out. I know that Sunil did his on a different thing, but I want to make sure that y'all don't forget this before we start the game.
I will also fill it out on the Google Doc as well.
Okay.
Also,
Um,
just because I'm an awful speller, how do we spell Zhao?
That is going to be ZHAO,
Oh,
Awesome.
like General Zhao. Interesting.
like General Zhao. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
I was
your
thinking
distant
so.
relative.
No relation.
I sleep the moon spirit. Where am I? I'm in the fog of lost souls.
Zhao,
Is
the moon killer.
is that everybody's connections? Does everybody have their two connections figured out
So
now?
I did not do mine yet.
Yeah.
One of mine is already spoken for. Shihua is my lodestar. Something about them makes them the one person I can let my guard down around. The other one I kind of want to leave open for when we get our full party here.
Okay. Yes,
'cause I
that's a
think
good.
we need.
That's a good point. We should make sure to make sure that we get Abby's as well. Some people might want to make connections with Abby's character too. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, since we have that figured out, let's take 10, and then we'll do I think we're gonna do like a little 30-minute little dipping our toe into the water with these characters. Here's what I'll have you think about while we're on break. Is where do you want to start? You're going to set the scene for me. I will play whatever NPCs end up in the scene. So think about what you would be doing at school on a random Thursday. All right. We will be right back, everybody. Thank you so much for all your comments in the chat and your help and everybody. Help with ideas and things like that. It is appreciated. And thank you for being here, hanging out with us on Reflect. Remember, you are seen, you are heard, and you are loved in this space. We'll be right back. we back.
Woo!
Woo. Okay. So while we were away, we talked a little bit about what the scenario would be here, just to take these characters out for a test drive. So let us begin. It is the end of the day on a Thursday. You had big plans to go out to your favorite noodle stand in Bossing Say, but unfortunately, the four of you find yourselves in detention. Luckily, your fifth party member. Shut up, LJ. Your fifth party member avoided the trouble. I can't stop looking at that comment. I test drove your mama last night. Is just filthy. What do you think? What do you think each of you are doing? As we let's check in with Josh. What is your character's name again?
Zhao Li.
Describe your character for us and let us know what you're doing right now in detention.
So Zhao Li is kind of a skinny he looks like he's got like some muscle on him, but that's only because he's just so skinny that it's almost kind of bony in a way. Because he's such a bookworm. He is tall. He's got long black hair, and part of it is tied up in a top knot. And he is always he's kind of got like a bit of a hunch because he's always in his book, always looking in a book. And his back is kind of just like in that position all the time. So no one ever really sees him stand up straight. But he's kind of just tall, lanky, long black hair and with a top knot. Always got a book in his hand. He's got nice, fair features on his face. Greenish eyes, no acne, weirdly, and that's kind of what he looks like.
And what do you think you're doing at this moment while you're in detention? I'll let you know that you are currently in the detention is being held in the school library.
Okay. Is there a teacher or a professor or someone presiding over the
there's a middle-aged professor. He has like a chili bowl haircut, black hair, huge Coke bottle glasses. He is reading a book. It is a biography of previous Avatar Yang Chen.
Okay. So I think Zhao is wanting to know if he can like get up from his seat to go look at the books, but he's not sure whether or not he's gonna make the this teacher mad if he does so. So he's kind of just like sitting in his in the seat, kind of just like fidgeting with like his thumbs and with his fingers. Like he's getting kind of antsy because he doesn't have a book in his hand at the moment.
Is there a problem, Zhao?
Oh, no, not at all. I just want to know if I can go grab a book and read it. I see that you're reading a pretty interesting book. And I want to just fun fact about the book you're reading, and I think he just goes on and like on a rant about what he knows about the book.
If I let you get a book, will you stop talking?
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be great. Thank you so much.
Please go get a book. And he puts his head back in the book. I will remember these names because I'll have them on my screen for when we actually start our session one. John, what's your character's name?
My character's name is Shihua.
Shihua. Describe your character and what are you doing?
So Shihua is she currently has a massive shiner, and but somehow that seems to suit her. She has a dour expression on her face. She's kind of big boned, just sort of just a large person, and is she's currently got like those those like polishing stones that like you're constantly polishing until it's smooth. She has one of those, but she's sort of tossing it like a baseball to herself, just like leaned all the way back in her chair, and just sort of like not quite making contact with the ceiling, but tossing it up and catching it.
As you're doing this, I think the people you got into a fight with that landed you in detention are also in detention. And they're staring daggers at you. And one of them like whispers under his breath, "After we get out of here, you're gonna get it." And then his like right hand person says, "Yeah, you're gonna get it. See."
Well, that's entirely up to you.
Oh, and how's that up to us? Yeah, how's that up to us?
And then she keeps throwing her ball and ignores them.
All right. Well, I got my eye on you.
Okay.
Tell us your what's your character's name?
I think I'm gonna go with Go Ming.
Go Ming. Describe your character for us and let me know what they're doing right now.
Go is very, very slim, very fit and strong young woman. And she has brown hair that's tied up in like a tight bun out of her face. And just very, like nice features, but very like just kind of stern and like slender features. And I think she is almost like going around and seeing like if there's any like books that like were put back in the wrong place and like reorganizing them, and just like feels weird about she's never been in detention before, and feels weird about being here. And so it's like, well, maybe I'm not really like bad and in detention if I'm like helping.
I think as you were organizing the books, you bump into Zhao, who is currently looking for a book.
Oh, hi, Zhao.
Oh, hi there, Go. How's it going?
Fine. It's I don't really like being in detention.
Oh, neither do I. Well, I wouldn't know. I've never been in detention before.
Same. It's weird.
Yeah, it's really weird, isn't it? Are you looking for a book?
I mean, I was just kind of straightening up. People do not take good care of this library and make sure that they put stuff in the right place. So I was just like making sure everything's like straight and in the right place. And I could probably help you find something.
Oh, that would be incredible, actually. I'm actually looking for a book about the swamp. The swamp, the swamp from Legend that that Avatar Aang went to with his friends. I heard that there is a specific book in here that describes the properties of the moss that grows on some of these trees over there and the medicinal uses it has.
Okay. Well, I guess yeah, that would be like the botany section.
Oh my gosh, either kiss or find a book.
Here, I'll help you find that.
Okay.
As the two of you go looking for a book, Van, describe your character for us and let us know how you react to what is happening right now in detention.
So Van is he's a little tall, and you wouldn't know by looking at him, but he's got a bit of an athletic build, but like it's a sleeper build. He looks over to Shiwa, who he's sitting next to, has a shiner on the opposite eye,
Yes.
and while she's tossing up this polishing stone, Van, just kind of being bored, kind of tosses up like a tennis-sized fireball, and then like with the other hand does another tennis-sized fireball, and then just makes a third one and starts juggling.
Show off.
No
Practice is good.
bending during detention. Retro, you said the volume is a bit low? Is
Is it my
that
volume?
is that everybody or just like one person? So, please do let me know. For Sunil, okay.
Uh-oh,
For
that's
Sunil,
not good.
you're coming in a little bit low. That's okay. I can boost you here.
Okay.
Boom.
I'm like
Okay.
right next to my mic.
Yeah, I boosted you up. You should be good now.
Great. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah. You're coming in
All right.
very clear. There you
Okay.
are.
So yes, what I was saying is when I was describing him, I was saying that he's a little bit tall. He has like, you wouldn't know it by looking at him, but he has a bit of an athletic build, like a sleeper build. Sitting in detention, like a little bored. He first mimics what Jiwa was doing, and then the one tennis-sized fireball he was throwing up in the air kind of turns into three, and he starts juggling.
And you
Oh.
yell, no bending during detention.
Sorry, as he puts it away, and the teacher like goes back in his book. He kind of like does like this like. He kind of does like this flame tongue sticking out thing. Think about Calcifer and Howl's Moving Castle, and immediately dissipates it.
I feel like this requires a roll. I feel like we have to do a roll for this.
I tend to push my luck, don't I?
Yeah. This feels like you need a roll here. You tell me what. No, I'll tell you. Roll with passion.
Oh, thank God. Okay. This is 2d6s, right?
2d6, and then you can add whatever you have in passion to your total.
That's a 12 total.
12. You get away with it, no problem. And I think the bullies who you got into it with, like, look at you and they say, "All right, whoa, what's that? What's happening?"
That is a car going past my window.
Oh,
That is
For a second, I thought we were
What?
gonna get like Avatar music or something. Like,
yeah.
now
I
we
was
have
like,
that on.
what is happening right now?
they are just
Um,
blasting smooth jazz.
Blasting smooth jazz is a choice.
Straight Kenny G going down the alleyway.
The bullies look at you and they kind of give you like a nod of respect, and they say, "All right, that's what's up. That's what's up." Yeah, that's what's up. Wait, do we like him now? Shut up! You're always finishing my sentences. Shut up! Keep it down over there, says the teacher. She puts his head back in the book. At this moment,
Yeah, keep it down.
the phone goes off. He picks it up. He goes white, is a ghost, hangs up the phone, and he says, Stay out of trouble. I will be right back. Stay here. And leaves. What did
Immediately
the
starts
four of you do?
juggling fireballs again.
I looked at Ghost like, what do you think that was?
I don't know, something serious if the teacher's just gonna leave like that.
Hmm.
Do you think we could be like, I don't know, is there like someone dangerous around?
I don't know. I couldn't even begin to know.
Why
don't
would there
know.
be someone dangerous outside the school?
I don't know, but what else would the teacher be having to deal with right now and look so scared?
I don't know. Probably got called to the principal's office for something or other. Probably forgot to sign some form or something. It's never usually that big a deal.
When was the last time you saw a teacher go white as a ghost?
Last time I was doing this in class,
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Also, you shouldn't be juggling fireballs in a library. What if you caught a book on fire?
well, that's why it's training. So I
Yeah,
make sure I
man.
don't
What
do that.
if? Gonna get the librarian mad at you.
The bullies
Librarians are
are
already mad at me.
the bullies
yeah.
are looking at you and they kind of walk up to you. They're like, "So why do you guys always hang out together anyway?" Yeah, why you hang? He gives them a look, and then he says, all right, sorry, I'm sorry, I'll shut up."
I don't know. Why you guys always jerks all the time?
Well, I'm not being a jerk right now. I just want to know why you guys are all hanging out. You're always with that teacher Valar. He thinks he's so cool.
I mean, Valar is pretty cool.
He's not cool. You think he's cool just because he can airbend like a master, whatever.
It's cooler than you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys paid attention to class, maybe you might learn a thing or two.
Yeah, but class is so boring.
But you learn how to do cool stuff. I mean, it's boring at first when you're not good at it, but once you get good, then you can do cool stuff.
I can already do cool stuff. And you see he like holds his hands out and like summons like metal from like the walls and like forms them over his hands and gauntlets. See? Iron Fist.
Nice.
Big whoop. Van immediately starts heating the metal.
Ah, jeez.
Guys, we're not supposed to be bending in class. What if he comes back?
At this
And
moment,
we'll stop.
at this moment, while all of you're talking, the intercoms come on, and you hear not the principal, you hear a radio report coming through, and it says, yes, this is Tonri Chen-Yang with breaking news. On Kyoshi Island, 3 shots were fired at Avatar Korra's motorcade at the annual Kyoshi Day Festival. First reports are saying that the Avatar has been seriously wounded by the shooting. Repeating, on Kyoshi Island, 3 shots were fired at Avatar Korra's motorcade at the annual Kyoshi Day Festival. The first reports say that the Avatar has been seriously wounded by the shooting. We now go to Aya-sun on location from Kyoshi Island. Thank you, Tonri. All available information on the Avatar follows. She and Mako, her close personal friend and lead bodyguard, have been hit in the Sotomobile motorcade which they were riding in. All reports are saying that her wife Asami has not been hit. We do not know how serious the situation is. We have no other information. I'm sorry. Hold on the line there, Tonri. We have some more information coming up. Oh dear God. Avatar Korra was apparently shot in the head and is presumed dead. I have nothing further for you now. I will contact you if we get more, but the scene is utter chaos, Tonri. Utter chaos. Aang, help us all. It cuts back to Tonri. For those of you tuning in, the Avatar's dead. And that is where we will stop our session 0. Thank you
Hell yeah.
so much. We will find out what all of that means next week when we actually do our full session 0. The avatar has died. What do these high school students have to do with any of it? We will find out next week. These kids in Bossing say that have nothing to do with what's happening right now on Kyoshi Island. But we're following them, so there must be a reason. We will find out next week. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid to Troll Lord Games. They're awesome. Please do give them a follow. If you liked what you saw here tonight, please give us a follow. But ultimately, what I really care about is that you knowing that you were seen, you were heard, and you were loved in this space. Let's go around and tell people who you are, who you played, and where they can find you. If you have anything going on, plugs, all the things. Let's start with Sunil.
Hi, my name is Sunil Jethwa. You can find me here on Twitch as Amazing Spider Guy, usually on this channel. Yeah, that's my plug.
All right, Josh.
I am Josh Formeller. I am playing Zhao Li, and you can find me on here observing. I am also found on Instagram at Paragon Cosplay and Minis, and that is my plug.
Heck yeah, John.
Sup, nerds? I'm John Crabtree. You can find me here at this very channel on Mondays for our Dragon Riders campaign, where I play an unusually attractive half orc, and that's me.
And Ben.
Hi. Yeah, I am Ben. You can find me here. I just GM'd a little 4-part miniseries, Slay the Beast, which is all out on YouTube now. And yeah, I'm a professional GM here in Chicago. I run one-shots and campaigns for Rough Magic, Wizard Staff & Co., Chicago Role Players Guild. Follow me on Instagram at GMBenGuest to see what I'm up to and maybe even play at my table. I'm also starting to do games online on startplaying.games, so check me out there. And also I'm going to be at Gen Con GMing, so if you're going to Gen Con, check out all the games there.
Heck yeah. And I'm Mao. You can find me here at Reflect Games. I'm here every Monday night running the Worm Rider Saga. We're using the Nimble system for that. On Tuesdays, you can find me over at Guild Superior playing Call of Cthulhu with Grace, who rated us. Oh, no worries. Be sure to check out the VOD. We just did a very short little, just like kicking the tires on the characters for a few minutes. So no worries at all. We will be back next week with the full first session. With everybody to have time to work with their characters and whatnot. So yes, so Tuesdays you can find me on Guild Superior with Grace from Troll Lord Games. We are playing Call of Cthulhu, where I play Miles Mingus. He's a bit of a dandy, and I love him. Tuesday mornings you can find me doing the faction turn for the Worm Rider Saga. Wednesdays come back for this, and then Thursdays we have Triangle Agency happening. So yeah, we have lots of stuff on this channel, and lots of friendships with lots of other amazing channels. Join our Discord. Our Discord community is lovely. We have all sorts of fun stuff happening there. And then in June we'll be doing Blood on the Clock Tower on Thursdays. So check that out. Also have a podcast, World Builders Society with Ansel Birch over at Indecisionist Productions. If you are a DM or a world builder and you would like to appear on it, reach out to me. Let me know. I'll send you our scheduling link. We like to build worlds with people. And we are getting our next round of recordings in order now. So this would be a great time. If you have something to promote, we'll be talking with the creators coming up soon, the creators of Triangle Agency. We already have one recorded with the creator of Neovarden. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. Just feel free to check it out. I cannot wait. I will regenerate that invite for you, my friend. I got you. And lastly, let's go raid somebody. If you can stay through the raid, that is amazing. It really helps people with their algorithms. It helps me with my algorithms and whatnot. So let's get that going.
While
In
we're
the
waiting,
meantime,
yeah,
do the
but,
thing.
in the meantime, you should check out Reflect Gaming on Patreon as well. Did you know that if you have Amazon Prime, you can gift or get a sub for free to a channel of your choice? Consider making us your Amazon Prime subscription.
Yes. And if you haven't followed us yet, please follow us. We're just a few away from 200 follows, which is our next big goal. We've only been here for a little under a year, but we're so happy with the growth we've had and the followers we've gained so far. But like I said before, none of that really matters in the end. What really matters is that you know that you were seen, you were heard, and you were loved when you were in this space. Thank you very much. Let us start the raid. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Boom.